Welcome to Fredo's Football Talk. I'm your host, Fredo. With me is DC. What's up, DC?
What's going on, Fredo?
Not much, man. We got guests in the building today, returning again. Our boy, Jerron. What up, Jerron?
What's up? What's up? Good to be back.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. All right, guys. So let's get right to it, man. Week 2, almost on the wrap. So we still got one more game tonight for Monday night. But, man, let's go off and start off with the Thursday night game, man. We had the Chargers at the Chiefs, man. Final score 27-24. The Chiefs come up on top on this one, guys. Great game as advertised, man. Like we thought that every AFC West game was going to be like this year. So far, not disappointing, man. Very entertaining. Quick stats real quick, man. On the Chargers side, we got Justin Herbert. He completed 33 out of 48 with 334 yards with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. The top rusher from the Chargers, Eckler, 14 carries, 39 yards. Top receiver from the Chargers, Mike Williams, 8 catches, 113 yards with 1 touchdown. And then from the Chiefs side, Mahomes, he completed 24 out of 35 with 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. Top rusher, Clyde Edwards, 8 carries, 74 yards. Your top receiver, Kelsey, 5 catches, 51 yards. And yeah, guys, so you happen to watch this game?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great game. This division is gonna be crazy. It looks like most of these games are gonna be back and forth like this. You had 2 elite quarterbacks going at it. They didn't disappoint. Got to check on Herbert with that rib injury, but what he did was amazing. Just being able. There was one throw where he scrambled and he tried to throw it, and I guess his ribs locked up, and he just spiked it into the ground.
Yeah.
Then he came back on that 4th down play, and he made that clutch throw. So, like I said, it's a real good game. These guys are going to be elite for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. I really see these 2 teams really top in this division. The Raiders not quite there yet. The Broncos, I don't know what's going on with them right now. But these are the top dogs from that division. That's what I think. DC, what do you think?
That's the way it's starting to shape up in these first 2 weeks. Like the Chargers, they had their foot on their necks for at least the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, they did.
Absolutely.
And they were doing that without Keenan Allen.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And Mike Williams showed that he can be the number 1. He earned every dime they paid him in the offseason, but the pick 6 changed everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
It changed everything. But I'm looking forward to the next time these 2 teams play because I know it's going to be just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, Chargers got something to prove next time, and that defense is hell on wheels, man. They held Kelsey to just 50 yards. That ain't something most people can do.
At Arrowhead.
Them linebackers they got, they did it. But so that's why I'm looking forward to these 2 teams whenever they do play again.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So let me give you some team stats right now. Total of yards from the Chargers, man, they had 401 yards, and Kansas City only had 319.
Yeah.
And so time of possession as well. The Chargers had 33 minutes, and the Chiefs only had 26. So time of possession, man, right there, you can see clearly that Chargers had this game, man. But it was that interception.
Yeah.
The interception that
completely
really
changed the game.
Exactly.
Because of course that's a 14-point swing.
Yeah,
they should have scored again.
They scored to shut the game down.
Yeah. That would have been it. And then the Herbert thing with his ribs probably never happened.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen,
Exactly.
So that's a crucial mistake. Everett had a real good game. He stepped up. It's just he was gassed. It's nothing he could do. He tried to come off.
Yeah.
They were going no huddle, and that was game changing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, moving on. Man, we have the Patriots at the Steelers on this game. Final score 17-14. Patriots come up with the upset on this one. I didn't pick the Patriots to win this one. I picked the Steelers to win this one. But yeah, Patriots come in. Pittsburgh, good football game right there. 17-14 final score. Patriots win on this one. Quick stats real quick, man. He passing. Mac Jones, he threw for 35 attempts, completed 21, 252 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The top rusher in that game from the Patriots was DeHarris, 15 carries, 71 yards with 1 touchdown. Your top receiver from the Patriots was what's his name?
Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar. 6 catches, 110 yards with 1 touchdown. Now going to the Steelers side and their stats. Trubisky, he threw 33, completed 21, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Your top rusher, Najee Harris, 15 carries, 49 yards, and your top receiver, Johnson, 6 catches, 57 yards. So yeah, gentlemen, those are your stats right there from that. And real quick, total of yards from the Patriots, 367 yards. The Steelers had 243. Now, time of possession, the Patriots had 33 minutes, and the Steelers had 26 minutes right there. So yeah, guys. So, and it looks like fourth quarter, Patriots did a field goal, then 2 touchdowns. Yeah,
definitely a defensive game for both of these guys. You can see that T.J. Watt's missed already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Patriots sacked them 3 times. They didn't sack the Patriots any. So that right there tells you everything you need to know. About that. With Mac Jones, that's the last thing he wanted was some pressure, and he didn't even get it.
Yeah.
So he did what he needed to do to win. Didn't turn the ball over much. Didn't lose it for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I took from this game is these are 2 legendary franchises that just look kind of They look kind of hopeless, rudderless right now. Mr. Trubisky, like, he's a backup. Mac Jones is decent. He didn't really shine this game, but it's going to take a while for both of these franchises to get back to Super Bowl caliber. Yeah. This is just kind of a middling game. Not much going on here.
Yeah. I thought that the Steelers will come up with the win on this one just because of the performance they did last week. I thought, all right, they're going to take that. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, they lost T.J. Watt, I want to say, in the middle of the game, and they still came up with the win. So I assume they're going to bring that with the Patriots. Yeah. Patriots didn't look very good at all last week. Right. So, yeah, I guess Patriots took that beating and took it on the Steelers, man, really. Yeah,
it's a week-to-week league. Yeah. You really can't roll over the way certain teams look, but Watt, without having Watt, that really hurt the Steelers.
And I think these 2 teams, just for the rest of the season, they'll have a lot of games like this.
Yeah.
Where they're either going to win 17-14 or they're going to lose 17-14.
Yeah.
Neither one of them are high-powered offense, so they're going to have to lean on that defense a whole lot.
That's why I say these are just rudderless. Yeah. Like, where are they going to turn? What adjustments can you make to make this an explosive team? It's just this is what they are. You got 2 workhorse running backs in Harris and Najee. That's what they're going to lean their head on.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So moving on to the next game, we have the Panthers at the Giants. Final score 16-19. The Giants come up with the win on this one. Quick stats real quick from the Panthers. Baker Mayfield, he threw for 29, completed for 14, 145 yards, 1 touchdown. The top rusher from the Panthers, we have Christian McCaffrey, 15 carries, 102 yards. And your top receiver from the Panthers, DJ Moore, 3 catches, 43 yards, 1 touchdown. Now moving along to the Giants, Daniel Jones threw for 34, completed 22, 176 yards, 1 touchdown. And top rusher, Saquon Barkley, 21 carries, 72 yards. And your top receiver was James, 5 catches, 51 yards. So, yeah, gentlemen. And quick stats real quick. Total yards from the Panthers, 275. Total yards from the Giants, 265. So it's pretty even right there. But time of possessions, man, like this right here can tell you a lot about the game. 35 minutes from the Giants and 24 minutes just from the Panthers. DC, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, with that time of possession there, that did tell you a lot, especially with a team like Carolina. The offense has the ability to be explosive, but you just don't give them the ball and let them do that.
Yeah.
You keep handing that thing off to Saquon and moving it down the field slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Just keep it out of their hands. But the Giants, I don't know. It's just 2 games, but I remember one of the early episodes, and we were picking surprise teams. You know what I'm saying? And out the blue, you just came out with the Giants. I remember that. So, and then we all gave you hell about it. And I think you changed your team.
Yeah.
But I don't know with Brian Daboll, man. I don't know. He may have you guys doing something different than what the coaches in the past, man. He may be on to something. The coach may be on to something.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, when we had that Cowboys episode, we have our buddies here, Jerron being one of them. They asked me, who do you see as a surprise team? I said, the Giants. I mean, like, if y'all go put me under the gun, I was like, man, but I said that BS, and of course, didn't know. But yeah, Jerron, so how do you feel about this, man? You being a Cowboy fan and you got a rival basically on top of the division right now.
From a Cowboys perspective on the Giants, this is all just
too early.
Yeah, it's too early to tell. Daniel Jones, how many yards do he have?
Let me check real quick.
176. I'll let you know. That's not something that's sustainable.
Yeah.
They went against another team that kind of doesn't have a real identity anymore. The Panthers, they're not using their weapons the right way, in my opinion. Like DJ Moore isn't getting enough touches. McCaffrey's not getting enough touches.
Yeah.
But overall, the Giants look like probably second best team in the division. But I think it's kind of too early to tell how they're going to look for the rest of the year.
Man, but right here, McCaffrey, bro, he rushed for 102 yards. And then receiving, he had 26.
26, but usually he's more of a 10 receptions.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Right.
It's usually inverse.
So the volume wasn't there.
Right.
Okay.
The volume of receptions.
Yeah,
DJ
okay.
Moore usually gets 8 to 10 receptions himself.
Yeah.
Again, that could be the Giants' game plan.
Right.
But Daboll does look like a fun coach to play under.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of that, when you said he wasn't using the players right, he might not make it through the season. The coach, he probably won't make it through the season. That's only McCaffrey only touching about 19 times the whole game. No, he's a minimum of 25. He should be. And,
that's 2 games in a row where they didn't use him the right way.
I don't. This coach, if they lose another, if they go 0-4 or something like that, I can see them pulling the trigger. He's gonna be gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, man. So we got the Jets at the Browns. So final score on this one was 31-30. Jets wins this one right here. Some stats real quick. Joe Flacco, he threw for 44 attempts, completed 26, 307 yards with 4 touchdowns. Rushing, Hall, 7 carries, 50 yards. And your top receiver from the Jets, Wilson, 8 catches, 102 yards with 2 touchdowns. All right. And now let's go to the Browns to get some Brown stats. Brissett, he threw 27 attempts, completed 22, 229 with 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And your top rusher was Nick Chubb, 17 carries, 87 yards with 3 touchdowns. Have yourself a day right there. And your top receiver, Amari Cooper, 9 catches, 101 with 1 touchdown. Not bad right there. So let's go to some stats real quick. Total stats, yards by the Jets, 102. Browns, I'm sorry, Jets had 402. The Browns had 405. All right. Time of possession. Now here comes. The Browns had 32 minutes. The Jets had 27. Jerron, what do you think about this game, man?
This was surprising for Cleveland to be up so big late and cough it up like that. So Nick Chubb had the option of sliding down or getting a touchdown. He chose the touchdown, which helped, the Jets come back and lead their comeback. The Jets have some weapons though.
Yeah,
they have some real good weapons.
Yeah.
Wilson, Carter, Hall. Yeah. They got a good future, and for some reason Flacco owns the Browns. Even back in the Ravens days, he was unbeatable against the Browns. It's a good game though.
it was. And but eventually, hopefully, they can get that running game up and going. We can't. That's the second week in a row Flacco had to drop back 40+ times.
Yeah.
And that ain't sustainable. Not with him. They got the receivers for it, but
they do.
At some point, people will start game planning for that, and then they'll take that away from you.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if they can get those running backs going, they can make a little bit of noise. Not much, just because the division they in with the Bills and the Dolphins looks like now. So
Yeah.
but they got something to build on. They got to find them a quarterback. I don't know if Wilson's gonna be the guy. We already know Flacco.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be the guy for long.
No.
So they find him a quarterback. They could be decent in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Flacco, he's not a bad backup. Once Wilson gets in, we're gonna see how the Jets are gonna look like. All right, gentlemen, moving on. We have the Colts at the Jaguars. Total score 0-24. The Jaguars shut down the Colts, just like how they did last time they played. So, quick stats real quick. Matt Ryan, he threw for 30 times. Out of that, completed 16, 195 yards with 3 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. Your top rusher, Jonathan Taylor, 9 carries, 54 yards. What in the world is that about? And your top receiver is Dillon, 5 catches for 79 yards. And mind you, their top receiver, Pittman, was out.
Yep.
And that sucks for me because I had that dude in my fantasy.
Yeah, me too.
I'm pretty sure you got him too, right?
Multiple leagues.
All right, so let's go to the Jaguars. Lawrence, he threw for 30, completed 25, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad. That's good right there. Not bad at all. Your top rusher was Robinson, 23 carries, 64 yards with 1 touchdown. And the top receiver was Christian Kirk, 6 catches, 78 yards with 2 touchdowns. Have yourself a day right there also, my man. And quick stats real quick. In total yards, the Colts only had 218. The Jaguars had 331, completing time of possession right here. The Colts only had 21 minutes. And
21 minutes?
Yes. Of time of possession.
Sheesh.
The Jaguars had 38. So right now, the Jags are 1-1 and the Colts are 0-1-1. Guys, I was not expecting this game to be like this. I was expecting the Colts to come back from that tie they had last week with the Texans. I'm completely shocked that the Colts didn't bring that energy. Once again, I wonder who's going to get fired this week from the Colts side, because last week they released the kicker.
Yeah.
So I wonder who they're gonna let go this week.
How overrated are the Colts?
Very.
Like, a lot of people had them as easy runaway winners in this division.
Yeah.
And they struggled in this against AFC South teams two games in a row.
Yep.
They went goose egg on this game. And Matt Ryan looks old. He looks kind of washed up. I know Pittman wasn't there. There's a lack of overall talent on this team too.
Yeah.
You have a couple big names, but offensively, all you have is Taylor.
Yeah.
And a pretty good line.
And Taylor only, like, the team overall only rushed for 54 yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a run team. You have one of the best running backs in the backfield, and you only rush 54 yards?
Yeah,
that's bad.
This is frustrating. Frank Reich, it's about time people start calling him to the table. He's made some questionable calls in the last couple of years. Once again, he's done it against the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know, Taylor, there's no way in hell this guy only gets 9 carries. The first 3 times they had the ball, they went 3 and out.
Yeah.
Against the Jaguars.
Yep.
And you still only end up with, that's because you wasn't giving him the ball. Hey, take the game out of Matt Ryan's hand. Right. Hey, you break in case of emergency. He's a fire extinguisher. You run this through Taylor. You know, the team only ran the ball 13 times. Are you kidding me? Taylor should have that many in the first half.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
But that's Frank Reich, man. Something's got to give. Sacked 5 times, Matt Ryan. He can't last.
Yeah.
He ain't built for getting sacked 5 times.
Yeah.
Them days are gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's just a matter of time. Something's going to have to shake here real soon.
Yeah.
You know, some changes going to have to be made.
Do y'all feel like the Colts can come back from this?
That's based on the division.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to see some changes. Yeah. It's going to be tough.
I mean, like, if you're having a tough time already with the Texans and the Jaguars, man, like, those should be games that you should have in your back pocket easily.
Right.
But if you're struggling with them, and then you will come, let's say you face the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Miamis.
Yeah.
I was like, man, you got a tough time.
I think they play the Chiefs next week, if I'm not mistaken. So they might start. They're gonna probably start at 0-3, if I'm not mistaken. The Colts play the Chiefs.
That ain't the way to start.
No.
There's no runaway team in the division though. It's going to keep them in it.
Yeah.
So, of course, they can win the division, get into the playoffs, but they don't look like how everybody thought they would look.
No, not at all.
I guess people were disrespecting the Jaguars. Jaguars came out ferocious, and they compete against the Colts at home pretty well. I think last year or one of them years, week 1 they came out and did the same thing to the Colts. So Jaguars may have their number at home now. That's pretty much.
Trevor Lawrence, he looks good. He looked good.
Yeah, exactly. He did how many completions he
He 25 of 30.
25. Hey, that's good right there. He's taking care of the ball, no interceptions, right?
That's right.
Yep.
And people laughed at that Kirk contract, that Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's not worth that money. 2 weeks in a row so far.
Hey, he has to be though, man. I mean, like, if you're getting paid like that, man, you got to be top dog.
Evidently, the cornerback the Colts bought over this year wasn't worth the money. If he kept letting Kirk get loose like that.
Oh, Gilmore.
Yeah.
Gilmore. Oh.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, moving on, man. Let's talk about. To me, I thought it was one of the best games. I didn't watch it, unfortunately. I just had to keep looking at it through my phone. We have the Dolphins at the Ravens. Final score 42-38. Dolphins come up on the top on this one right here. I want to say they went to overtime on this one. Did they?
I don't think so.
No. They came in regulation.
Regulation. All right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some stats real quick from the Dolphins. Tua, he threw 50 times. Out of the 50 times, he completed 36. 469 yards. 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Your top rusher was Mostert. Mostert. All right, Mostert. 11 carries, 51 yards. All right, and your top receiver was Tyreek Hill. 11 catches, 190 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Waddle. 11 catches, 171 and 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Boy, have yourself a day, gentlemen. Now, moving on to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson. Now, this is very impressive. He threw 29 times out of 29 times completed 21. 318 yards with 3 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
That's very promising for him. All I'm saying is, like people don't see him as that quarterback, but he is that quarterback. And your top rusher, Lamar Jackson, 9 carries, 119 rushing yards, with one touchdown. So in total, he had 4 touchdowns. Okay. And your top receiver was Bateman.
Bateman.
Troy Bateman, yeah.
4 catches, 108 yards with 1 touchdown. With honorable mention, Mark Andrews, 9 catches, 104 yards and 1 touchdown. Have yourself a day right there, gentlemen. This was a great game right here. From the beginning, it looked like Miami was going to come in. I mean, Baltimore came in here. You thought already it was going to be you thought the Ravens would go dominate the whole game.
Yeah.
But in the fourth quarter, Miami scored 28 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy, man. Yeah. So, first quarter, it's 0-7, Baltimore. Second quarter, Miami scores 1 touchdown. Baltimore scores 3. Third quarter, Miami scores 1 touchdown. Baltimore 1. Fourth quarter, Miami scores, 4 touchdowns? And the Ravens only scored a field goal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. Big days all around. Both the receivers for the Dolphins, Lamar Jackson. It's almost like a wasted game for Lamar Jackson. He broke the record for the most 100-yard rushing games for a quarterback. He broke Michael Vick's record, man, and they still end up losing.
Yeah.
But with Tua, he got the 2 fastest receivers in the league as far as the pair of receivers on the same team. So I'm expecting them kind of days to happen every now and then, just with Waddle and Hill alone.
Yeah.
Both of them had 60-yard touchdowns, and that's what they're going to do. But man.
So real quick, gentlemen, let me give you some team stats. The Dolphins had 547 yards. The Ravens had 473. Time of possession, the Dolphins had 34 minutes. The Ravens had 25.
Yeah, from a Dolphins perspective, this is how you're supposed to. In my opinion, this is how you're supposed to build a team. You got speed everywhere. You got a accurate quarterback who's not super dynamic, but yards after catch.
Yeah.
That dude, Tyreek Hill, had 190 yards, and he didn't even play the whole game. He missed like a quarter almost. So that was a crazy game. The Ravens just can't stay healthy. Their secondary was dropping like flies.
Same old, man.
So it seemed like when each secondary member dropped, it was a long bomb.
Yeah.
They was down to like 3rd, 4th stringers. And the Dolphins just too fast.
Yeah.
It's too much speed everywhere. The backfield, too much speed. On each side of the field is too much speed. But I think let me ask y'all, do y'all believe in Tua now, based on what happened in this game?
I always believed in Tua.
Really?
I always thought he's a above average quarterback. It's just he hasn't had the opportunity. Last year, that was take him in and out. He got hurt. It just now this year he does have better weapons around him, and I think with this new play calling they got with the head coach, I think it does make it more simple and easy for him, I believe. And so I'm not saying he's like the elite, but I'm saying he can manage a game, But yeah, man, think about it. This is his second year or third year?
At least it's third.
Third
Third year, right?
Third year.
Because the first one he he was the backup.
Mm-hmm.
And last year he got hurt.
They yo-yoed him in and out of games.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick and all that. So so I believe Tua, if he stays healthy and takes care of the ball, I don't see I see the Dolphins actually might give the Bills a run. I'm not saying they're gonna take off the division. I still believe the Bills.
I think they play them next
week.
Yep.
Yeah. So I believe Tua could be right there.
As far as Tua, I ain't quite there and believing in him, but what he does know is this is just put up or shut up year.
Yeah.
You know, if he don't do that this year, he's gonna be going back to backup next year. You know, they got the first round pick ready just in case he don't make it. But he's gonna have these games, like I say, with them two receivers, he gotta have them. If he don't, he's out of there.
Yeah.
And but only time will tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's hard not to do that with those receivers.
Yeah.
Like the separation that Tyreek Hill had, that Jalen Waddle had, is ridiculous.
Yep.
Flipping to the other side, Lamar needs to get paid.
Yep.
He needs to, whatever the number was, just went up.
Yep.
Because dude was the whole team.
Yep.
119 yards
passing and rushing.
or rushing, 318 yards. Like, what's that? 40 plus fantasy points on the day.
Yep.
Like he went crazy.
I don't know when he's gonna get it, but I think he's gonna probably end up having to hold out just to get his money, man. Because what's gonna happen is next year that franchise, if they don't give him that, you know.
Yeah.
And then at that point, that's when I think he's gonna be like, forget it. I'm just gonna sit out. Give me what I want, or I'll just sit out. So it's gonna be real interesting if they don't get him signed. But he said he ain't talking during the season, so we're going into the off season without a contract.
I think they cave. I think they give him his money. That dude is the team.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, gentlemen, moving on. We have the Buccaneers at the Saints. On this one right here, 20-10 final score. Buccaneers come up on this one right here. Gentlemen, I watched this game right here. The first 3 quarters, it was boring as hell.
Yeah.
Real quick, some stats. Passing from the Buccaneers. Tom Brady, he threw for 34, completed 18, 190 yards with 1 touchdown. Your top rusher from the Buccaneers, Fournette, 24 carries, 65 yards. And your top receiver that got ejected from the game in the third quarter, Mike Evans, 3 catches, 61 yards. And moving on to the Saints, Jameis Winston threw for 40, completed 25, 236 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions.
Yep.
Your top rusher, Alvin Kamara, was out for this game. He was a game-time decision. He wasn't able to play. It sucks because I had him on fantasy. And Ingram was the top rusher for 10 carries, 60 yards. And your top receiver was Michael Thomas with 6 catches, 65 yards, and 1 touchdown. Gentlemen, in this game right here, I thought it was going to be more than this. Attention between these two teams.
This is how those games go, though.
Is and will continue on. It'll go. The Saints got the best out of Brady. Mike Evans needed a reason to go up there and slap. What's his name?
Lattimore.
Yeah, Lattimore, and they've been having attention for the past 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the beef is there between those two and also the team. But yeah, gentlemen, what do you think about this game on DC?
Of course, me and my wife was watching this game, and as soon as that happened, and Lattimore went out the game, I told her, y'all lost.
Yeah, so
it was a bigger loss for the Saints to lose Lattimore than it was for the Bucs to lose Evans, I thought. Because Lattimore, that's the cover corner. Next thing you know, Brashard Perriman running down the sideline by himself. Yeah. And I told him, plus Jameis, 3 interceptions, 6 sacks. You can't have that. Yeah. You can't have that. You're going backwards in. But I can't wait for him to play again. Hopefully everybody will be there. Kamara, and the whole full squad will be there. It'll be a good game again. So
real quick, some team stats. The Buccaneers had a total of yards 260. The Saints had 308. In time of possession, it's even, guys. 29 minutes for the Buccaneers and 30 minutes for the Saints. So it was there, man. But what cost the Saints, in my opinion, it was interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
3 interceptions right there. That's not good. And let me see how many sacks.
6 of them.
Yeah, 6 allowed.
Yep.
I mean, damn. So yeah.
Jameis for the season, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Oof.
You know, he's missed a 30 for 30. He had the
Right
30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. So he's on track to be who he usually is.
Yeah.
But he kind of gave the game away. I also never seen anybody hate each other as much as Lattimore and Mike Evans. It's like every time they see each other, it's some kind of scuffle, some kind of fight. But this is why you watch the game.
Right.
These teams, obviously, they hate each other. But the game was going kind of how all the other games went. Like they frustrated Brady. And then Jameis started out slow. But entertaining game. I love to see the brawl. Lattimore must talk real well. He must talk real well because for Mike Evans to come off the sidelines to do that
push
oh yeah,
bro.
But it was 3.
Yep.
It was Tom. He said something to Tom. Leonard Fournette came up, shoved him. All right, so he shoved, and then Mike Evans out of nowhere came just with the biggest shove of them all. Yeah, but it's good to see a real rivalry like
I know it.
happen like that.
Yeah.
The fight helped the Buccaneers more than it helped the Saints, which is surprising with them being at home.
Yeah.
But I love that. That's one of my favorite rivalries right now.
That rivalry is very real. I love it because I'm now I don't know about y'all, but I kind of hate when players in the end of the game they go right there, chop it up with everybody hugging. I was like,
I want some real beef.
Yeah, man. You know, like,
yeah.
That's the way it should be, man. I love it, man. You know, as long as it stays on the field, that's all that matters. You know. But so yeah, man. Like so, this game right here, I was watching it. Like I was saying, it got to the point that it got kind of boring. You know, it was like it was 3-3 for a long time, if not 3-0, and then so as soon as that happened, and when he got ejected, when both players got ejected, the game just went for the Buccaneers, man.
Don't get it twisted. They still have Tom Brady's number, though.
Oh, yeah. You can see that.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady was throwing helmets.
Yeah,
tablet.
that dude was going crazy.
That was one of the reasons I picked them to win the division because they got Brady's number, man.
They
I don't know how they
definitely
did, but they got it. Even though they lost, they still got it.
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
one day we can see them in one of them celebrity boxing matches.
Yeah.
Lattimore and Evans,
Oh, man.
No, Evans got that reach. I don't know.
Real quick, man. Did y'all see Peterson and
Le'Veon
Bell?
Yeah.
And you saw how Peterson got knocked out?
Yeah.
Sleep on his feet.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, oh, man, you have no business being in that ring, man.
Well, Le'Veon's just good.
Yeah.
I think Le'Veon looked like he's been boxing for a while now.
That's what I'm saying, man. But, yeah. All right, moving on, gentlemen. Let's continue. Commanders at Lions. A final score 27-36. Lions come up with the upset right here. I picked the Lions to win on this one right here. That was my underdog right there. A lot of people were going with the Commanders. Real quick, some stats on the Commander side. Carson Wentz threw for 46, completed 30, 337 with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. And your top rusher from the Commanders was Gibson, 14 carries, 28 yards with 1 touchdown. And your top receiver was Curtis Samuel, 7 catches, 78 yards with 1 touchdown. Now moving on to the Lions, Goff threw for 34, completed 20, 256 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Not bad, Goff. And your top receiver, St. Brown.
Yep. Amon Ra.
Yeah. 2 catches, 68 and let me see, was it a year? Oh no, I'm sorry. Your top rusher was Swift with 5 catches and 56 yards, and also Brown was right there.
Brown was the leading rusher.
Yeah,
And the leading
yeah.
receiver.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then as a receiver, Brown had 9 catches, 116 with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
How yourself a day, man. I had him in both my leagues. So yeah, so he helped me out on that one. So, what do you think about this game, DC?
What you said? Well, no turnovers for the Lions.
No turnovers,
That
man.
was a big deal right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared Goff. And of course, he had plenty of help.
Yeah.
St. Brown and Swift. But this, like I said, I think this Detroit team is going to surprise some people this year. They were like, last year they were really close in a lot of games.
Yeah.
I think this year they're going to take another step towards being a lot better. So I'm not surprised about this one at all. We watched it.
That back-to-back 30-point games.
Yep. Yes.
So the offense evidently is on track. They know what they're doing. They have an identity. I can't stress this anymore. The Commanders have a terrible name. Anyway. I like this Lions team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
tight end wise, running back wise, receivers, of course. Jared Goff when it gets tougher, we'll see what he can do. But he had 4 touchdowns in that game. They came to play offensive line. I like this team a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head coach, there's nothing
Top
to
to bottom, I like 'em.
complain about with him. The defense is a little suspect, but you can't have it all.
Right.
Yeah.
But Lions are going to be a tough out for. I would like to see the Lions against the Packers.
Uh-huh.
I think they might beat the
Might
Packers.
split this year.
Yeah, they might split.
Mm-hmm.
But this team is entertaining to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So, real quick, some team stats right here. The Lions had 425 yards. The Commanders had 396. Time of possession, the Commanders had 32, and the Lions had 27.
Yeah.
And sacks allowed, the Commanders allowed 5, and the Lions allowed 3. So, yeah.
I would say Carson West has been playing some decent ball, but again, we'll see as time goes. Later into the season, he always starts to jack up stuff. So, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time.
Yeah. All right, so moving on. Let's go to the Seahawks at the 49ers. This game right here, real quick, some stats from the Seahawks. You had Geno Smith threw for 30, completed 24, 197 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. And then your top rusher was Penny for 6 carries, 15 yards. And then your top receiver was Lockett, 9 catches, 107 yards. And moving on to the 49ers. So Trey Lance got hurt on this game right here. He got hurt within the first quarter.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah, he got hurt early. So Jimmy Garoppolo had to step in as a backup. He threw for 21, completed 13, 154 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Your top rusher was backup Wilson, 18 carries, 84 yards, and your top receiver was Ayuk for 5 catches for 63 yards.
Yeah.
Team stats real quick, gentlemen. Total yards, the Seahawks had 216. The 49ers had 373. Time of possession, the Seahawks had 21 minutes, and the 49ers had 38. So what do you guys think about Jimmy G coming in? And also Trey Lance, that's his name, right?
Yep.
He's out for the season.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough for Trey Lance. He promising prospect. He got off to a slow start, and of course, he's missing another full year. This is his second year.
Yep.
Had spots playing time first year, so we don't know about Trey Lance.
No.
He's still a mystery, but we do know about Jimmy Garoppolo. He came in, he looked like he was the starter.
Yeah.
He moved him up and down the field. Yes, the Seahawks, but they might have looked into being able to maximize their team with Jimmy Garoppolo, especially through the passing game.
Yeah.
It's definitely that. Looks like the head coach and the GM got a built-in pass again this year.
Oh, yeah.
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 So now they ain't got to worry about no quarterback controversy. It already settled itself. But at some point, they're going to have to face the music with this whole giving up these 2 or 3 first-round draft picks for Trey Lance. It's going to rise his head eventually. But when you was reading that time of possession and like 21 to like 38 or something like that, 37, that's what you do. That's what Shanahan can do, you know. And
38.
That's what the coach should look like, you know.
Yeah.
The teams with them running backs. That's what you should look like. You keep the ball away from the other team, even though it was just Seattle. But they got a habit of doing that. It's the 49ers. And that's what gets them to where the NFC championships every year. People look up and be like, how did they get there?
Yeah.
And that's part of it right there, the way they run their offense, man. It's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I guess Jimmy G is gonna. It was kind of destined for him not to get traded.
Yeah.
It's crazy how everything just fall into place. But like DC said, you know, like the head coach and the GM, you know, it makes you want to like figure out why they did what they did to get Trey Lance and give up so much, and imagine what they could have if they didn't give up them picks.
That's right.
So yeah, absolutely, DC, you hit the nail on the coffin on that one, my friend. So moving on, we have Atlanta at the Rams. Final score 27-31. The Rams win this game right here. Real quick, let's go with some Falcon stats. Passing, Mariota, he threw for 26, completed 17, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And your top rusher, Patterson, 10 carries, 41 yards. And your top receiver, Drake London, for 8 catches, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Moving on to the Rams. The Rams passing, Stafford had 20. He threw 36, 27 complete, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. You got to clean that up, my man. You're a veteran. And your top rusher, Henderson, 10 carries, 47 yards, 1 touchdown. And Cam Akers actually played this game.
Yeah.
Well, 15 carries, 44. So, yeah, you could tell the Rams wanted to run the ball. And then your top receiver from the Rams, Cooper Kupp, 11 catches, 108 yards with 2 touchdowns. My man, how was yourself a day right there? And real quick with some team stats. The Falcons' total yard was 261. The Rams, 337. And time of possession, pretty even, guys. 29 Falcons, Rams 30.
Oh, yeah.
So we could tell that LA was going to come with this and be a blowout, but the Rams let the Falcons almost win this game.
Yeah.
They
sure
almost
did.
came back.
I was flipping back and forth on that, and that's why I don't think a lot of people asking will they repeat. I don't think they will this year, man. I think those interceptions are going to catch up to them at some point.
Yeah.
You know, they will. And I don't think the defense is as good as it was last year, but they still got time for improvement.
Yeah.
But to let the Falcons put up 27 like that on your home field, man, a team that you figure wouldn't have nothing much at all on offense, that's got to be something to be worried about.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams threw for 2 interceptions, and the Falcons allowed 3 sacks, and the Rams only allowed 1. What are your thoughts on that, Jerron?
More on the Rams. It's looking like last year was a miracle run. The way you said, like those interceptions gonna come back to haunt you. They could have lost this game to the Falcons. Of course, Ramsey Moss old boy for that interception. There's some fight in the Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's going on with your boy Pitts? Why
I don't
is
know.
he not?
I don't know. I was looking at the targets a while ago. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. They heavy on London right now.
Yeah.
3 targets for Pitts. At some point, you're gonna have to up that. You're gonna have to up that, man.
I guess Mariota don't like tight ends.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, 3 targets is crazy.
Three
Overall,
targets. Did any catches?
yeah.
Yeah.
2 catches, 19 yards.
Yeah. He threw it to him 3 times. He caught 2.
He's a first rounder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early first. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're not using this man like
Yeah.
that, man. It's a waste of pick. It sounds like.
Yeah. At some point, they'll come around to him. They're gonna have to.
All right, guys. Moving on. We have the Cardinals at Las Vegas Raiders. This right here. Let's go to some stats real quick. The Cardinals. Murray he threw for 49, completed 31, 277 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And your top rusher was Williams with 8 carries and 59 yards and 1 touchdown. And honorable mention is Benjamin, 8 carries, 31. And Connor went out for this game, right?
It looks like it from the carry.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He got ankle injury. Ankle injury. Yeah.
That sucks because I got that dude in my fantasy, man. All right, and your top receiver was Zach Ertz, 8 catches, 75 yards, and honorable mention. You also have Brown, 6 catches, 68. So yeah. So now moving on to the Raiders. Derek Carr, he threw 39 at a 39-25 complete, 252 yards, 2 touchdowns. Top rusher was Jacobs, 19 carries, 69 yards, and your top receiver was Hollins for 5 catches, 66 yards, and honorable mention. Also, Renfro, 7 catches, 59 yards. Real quick, some team stats. The Cardinals had 413 yards. Raiders had 324. And then time of possession, the Cardinals had 36 minutes and the Raiders had 29. DC, what are your thoughts on this? And this game went to overtime, man. And it looked like Las Vegas was going to go and take this game all the way, but they let the Cardinals come back and win it in overtime.
It's unbelievable, man. You watched last week the Cardinals give up all those points to the Chiefs, man, and the Raiders offense have about the same ability to do that, and you only put up 23 against them. And Devontae Adams, now this is the difference between your boy Rodgers and Derek Carr.
Yep.
7 targets, 2 for 12. There's no way Adams ain't going to lead the team in targets whenever you play on Rodgers. He don't care about throwing to him 20 times.
Yeah.
But Rodgers, he was confident in where he could put the ball. I don't know if Derek Carr reached that yet, to throw it in those tight windows. Rodgers, he didn't care. He knew it. He could make the play, and he would put it there. But there's no reason that guy should not lead every game in targets. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, this game was drunk. Is Taylor 2 halves pretty much. The first half, the Cardinals looked terrible. Like they should have fired everybody. Looking like that. Murray didn't do anything the first half, and then he turned into the Incredible Hulk. That scramble, that 21-second scramble. Did you see the highlight for that?
Yes.
Like he just bounced around the whole
speed
field.
It up.
Yeah. To show it all, they had to speed it up. It's the Raiders, like I don't know what they're doing. To give up, what's that, 16 points in the fourth quarter, give that big old lead. This is a crazy game. Renfro
He was your top receiver.
Fumbling the ball, man.
He
Yeah, he
fumbled
fumbled
back
the
to
ball,
back.
man. Back to back,
and they
man.
picked it up and ran it for a touchdown.
All right. Yep.
And and there was some Raider fans in the stands already with the champagne.
Yeah.
Like they won that game already, man. But I guess that's what you get for celebrating so early, I guess, man.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, let's move on. Texans at Denver. This game right here, it was another close one. I thought the Texans had the opportunity to win this one, but real quick, let's go on to some stats real quick. So passing, Davis Mills, he threw for 38 times, only completed 19, 177 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Your top rusher was Pierce, 15 carries, 69 yards, and your top receiver was Nico Collins for 4 catches, 58 yards, and no touchdowns. Now moving on to the Broncos, Russell Wilson threw for 31, completed 14, 219 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And your top rusher from the Broncos was Williams, 15 carries, 75 yards, and honorable mention as well as a rusher, Gordon, 10 carries, 47 yards. And your top receiver from this game was Sutton, 7 catches, 122 yards. Real quick, some stats. Time of possession. I'm sorry, total yards. Texans had 234. The Broncos had 350. Time of possession. Texans 27. Broncos 32. So yeah. So let me rant about this one real quick.
Oh yeah, go off.
As of right now, Texans better look for another quarterback.
Ooh, I was about to ask you about that.
You threw for 38, only completed 19. Terrible. That's terrible. The Broncos were allowing you for the first 3 quarters to take the game.
Mm-hmm.
They had so many opportunities, man. The Broncos didn't know what the hell they were doing. Their coaching staff is clueless. The Broncos should fire this coach. I don't know who the hell he is, man. But when you have fans out there trying to clock and trying to manage the clock for you,
yeah,
that's pretty bad.
10, 9.
That's pretty bad, man. And when you have your own fans booing at you, right there, like come on, that's disappointing. You have a top tier All Pro quarterback, and you only put 16 points against the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, credit the Texans defense, but damn, I mean, like, this what you paid all that money for? I don't know. Is it just me, guys, or am I tripping?
This was a sloppy, terrible, bad football, bad coaching.
All the way around.
But let's get back to Davis Mills. He's just not a threat.
No.
Like I don't see anything I would be scared of.
No.
When it counts most, I just don't see him being accurate enough. Maybe he doesn't have enough movement. Arm isn't strong enough. Like you said, they had an opportunity in this game to go in and steal one in Denver. Just not good enough. Nathaniel Hackett, I have no words for the coaching job that he's doing. His own fans, I think they hate him at this point.
Yeah.
It's just undisciplined team, poorly prepared, bad in-game coaching, bad calling, bad clock management, and he's making Russell Wilson look pedestrian.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, God, the Broncos have a great team, man. It's just like 16 points against the Texans, man. I mean, come on, man. I mean, like, I'm more shocked that I'm more upset at the Broncos more than I am than the Texans. And I'm a Texans fan, and and I expected the Broncos to like light it up, man. But Texans hold their ground. The defense, at least their defense, came to show up, man. But the Broncos, man, like I don't know what's gonna happen between them and the Raiders like this right now. But at least the Raiders can put over 20 points, and the Broncos are struggling, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and I picked the Broncos to win this division, but man, I'm taking that shit back.
Yeah.
DC, what do you think, bro?
It's the Russell Wilson part with me, man.
Yeah.
You bought him over, you give him that money, and his numbers wasn't much better than we talking about Davis Mills. His numbers were right down par with Davis Mills.
Yeah.
Number. But one quarterback been in the league 10, 12 years,
Won Super Bowls, and out there looking like this.
But like I said, I'm out on the Broncos. I've been out because I didn't think that was the right move. Russell Wilson, I don't think he's going to get him over the hump. You're playing in the AFC, not just the AFC West, but the AFC period is going to be tough.
Yeah.
You playing the Texans like this, you ain't gonna make it through the division, man.
Yep.
You ain't gonna make it, and every week it's gonna be something with the AFC.
I can't wait because they played two sorry teams back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like these teams ain't. You know, they weren't projected to even make the playoffs from experts.
Yep.
You know, but let's who the Broncos play next week?
And they didn't even put up 40 points in total the first two games.
No.
You know, with the Seahawks and the Texans, the only thing they hit 40 points total.
So next week the Broncos play the 49ers.
Oh man.
I mean,
man. They're gonna put about 17 up again.
Maybe not even that because they'll go up with a legitimate better defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll see, man. But I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Bronco country. I don't know if y'all want to worry about this, man. But I don't know if y'all ain't gonna make the playoffs. I don't know. Your team is even top two in y'all's division.
I think Judy got hurt again.
Yeah. Shoulder.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Was Seattle right about Russell?
I think they were.
Everybody wanted Russell to cook.
Yeah.
They trying to let Russell cook, and it's not looking.
He
doesn't look dynamic at all.
Right.
He looks. He looks old,
Very
slow.
average.
Yeah, he looks
Very
average
right now.
for him to be having Davis Mills type numbers with Cortland Sutton
At home.
and at home.
The only difference is the Texans then paid over $200 million for it.
That's a big deal.
That's the only difference, and give up so many damn picks.
But Nathaniel Hackett's he's got to fix this.
He got some adjustments to make.
I think they're leading the league in penalties already.
Oh yes, that's another thing too, man. Like
it was a sloppy game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I don't know, man. DC, what you got any more else to say about this, man? Before we move on.
No, I'm just gonna, like I said, I want to watch Russell Wilson throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah,
and see when they're gonna have some buyer's remorse on him.
And
the season's over.
Lovey has the Texans playing hard at least.
At least the defense.
The defense,
the defense.
Right. They play hard.
Like the offensive coordinator with what's old boy's name? Pap Hamilton.
Pap Hamilton.
Yeah.
Get your shit right, man. You're looking like a Bill O'Brien's offense right now, man. Being so damn conservative.
Yep.
You know, show me what you showed me when you were with the Colts.
Take some chances. Nobody expecting you to do much
exactly.
Anyway. Take the chances.
Exactly.
You know,
the quarterback's limiting him. He can only do so much to make Davis Mills look all right.
Yeah. I mean, because hey, I'm telling you, man. Like, if the Texans finish below top 3, you have to get a quarterback.
Oh yeah, they will.
You have.
There's no doubt they will.
You have to,
if
man.
If they don't, some heads go out the road with that one too.
Man. All right. Moving on, gentlemen. Bengals at the Cowboys. Final score was 17-20. Cowboys with the win. Coming up on this one, real quick, some stats. Joe Burrow. He threw for 36, completed 24, 199 yards with 1 touchdown. Your top rusher from the Bengals, Mixon, 19 carries, 57 yards. And your top receiver was Higgins. He just came back from a concussion. 6 catches, 71 yards with honorable mention with Jamar Chase, 5 catches, 54, and Higgins had 1 touchdown. Moving on to the Cowboy stats. We have Rush. He threw for 31, 19 completed, 235, 1 touchdown, 0 interception. And now rushing, Elliott, 15 carries, 53 yards, and with honorable mention, Pollard, 9 carries, 43, 1 touchdown. And your top receiver was Brown with 5 carries, 91 yards, 1 touchdown. And honorable mention, CeeDee Lamb, 7 catches, 75 yards, 0 touchdown. Real quick, some stats, some team stats. The Bengals, 254 yards total. The Cowboys, 337 yards in total. In time of possession, the Bengals had 33. The Cowboys had 26. Jerron, you being a Cowboy fan, let us know what you think about this game, my man.
This was surprising.
Very surprising.
They came out very aggressive. This is the Cowboys team I thought they would be with Dak, the way they were calling plays in the first half. Of course, second half, they got conservative and scared and wanted to give the game away. But the way Cooper Rush came out, he looked decent. They schemed up a whole bunch of stuff. This is what I've been calling for Kellen Moore to do, to scheme some better plays up for Dak. But to me, the story is the Bengals. Like,
yes,
they were in the Super Bowl. They're 0-2. They look like they got worse. They got
6 sacks allowed.
6 sacks allowed. 4 new starters on the offensive line. And Micah Parsons, who's an animal, but he just toyed with them the whole game. They started getting together in the second half, but Cowboys got lucky to pull this one off. But Bengals aren't who we thought they were.
Mm.
Yep, and I'm right there with you. Earlier we was talking about that. That's why I was not going to pick the Bengals to go back.
Yeah.
They caught lightning in the bottle last year.
Exactly.
And the offensive line is back to where it was, giving up all the sacks.
Even worse, man. You just paid a lot of people.
Yes. Yeah, they're going to be in some trouble because they still got to play the Baltimores and some other teams in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't see them getting back there this year.
I would like to see that Browns defensive line
no.
against this Bengals offensive line.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, again, they just hung on. They got up big and just went to sleep the second half. Mm-hmm. The defense showed up. But it's a win. Yep. 1-1. Still hanging in there.
Take it.
I will take it. Every win without Dak is priceless to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I think some Cowboy fans.
Mm-hmm.
I told y'all Cooper Rush was better than Dak.
I hate it. I hate it.
That, you've probably heard some of them too. That's what we've been needing anyway. We paid him all that money. He come in here, he's 2-0 when he starts. Oh man, you got to be kidding me.
2 starts, 2-0.
Yeah.
Somebody said, so Dak was the problem? No. What are y'all doing? Like,
people saying that, man. Yeah.
Second half is the real Cooper Rush. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm still not too happy or pleased about this game, because the second half, once they got some more scouting on him, they saw what he could do. At the end of the game, he had some pretty good clutch throws, but I think teams have seen enough, and from now on, it's going to get a lot tougher for Rush. Get that damn running game up and running. Keep on.
Definitely give Pollard some more touches.
Yes.
Give Pollard more touches,
yes.
man. And another thing with Rush, there's no pressure on him. There's no pressure on Cooper. He's the backup. There's no pressure on him.
Yeah.
Especially now that they know that Dak's going to be coming back before the year is over. Now, if Dak was out for the whole year, that may be a little pressure at some point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But the fact that he's only going to be in there for about 3 or 4 more weeks, there's no pressure. So he can go in there and relax and do what he want to do.
Yeah.
He can take all the chances he wants.
Yeah.
But there's no pressure if he messes
up. So who do the Cowboys play next?
The Giants. In New York.
Giants in New York. Huh? Man, if you could get one more win out of Rush, I say Rush did what you expect him to do.
Yeah, that's what you're in there for. They say Dak might he might be ready a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Rush, give me 1 or 2 more wins, and then we'll see what we can do when he comes back.
So let's say
this is surprising.
So let's say if Rush wins at least 2 more games, would you want to have Dak come quicker or just
Oh yeah,
you would?
yeah.
okay?
Yeah, don't because it's Giants,
Yeah,
Commanders, then the Rams.
yeah.
What you want Cooper Rush? What do you think Cooper Rush is going to do with Aaron Donald on his back? Just enjoy this victory.
Just run the ball more.
Yes.
Yeah, just run the.
Rely on that defense.
Yeah, rely on the defense and run the
Michael
ball.
Parsons is the defensive player of the year. I'm saying it right now. T.J. Watt stole it from him last year. Now T.J. Watt's out. Yeah, Michael Parsons defensive player of the year. That's already etched in stone for me.
Cowboys only gave up 1 sack. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Moving on. We have the Sunday night football game. We had the Bears at Green Bay. Total score was 27-10. Packers win this one. Real quick, some stats on the Bears side. Justin Fields, he threw for 11, completed 7, 70 yards, 0 touchdown, 1 interception. Your top rusher was Montgomery, 15 carries, 122 yards. Have yourself a day, 0 touchdowns, unfortunately. And your top receiver was Brown. 2 catches, 39 yards, 0 touchdown. Moving on to the Packers. Rodgers threw for 25, completed 19, 234 yards with 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's the Rodgers that we know. Aaron Jones rushing. He carried the ball 18 times, 132 yards, 1 touchdown with an honorable mention. A.J. Dillon, 18 carries, 61 yards. And your top receiver from the Packers was Watkins, Sammy Watkins, 3 catches, 93, and honorable mention, Aaron Jones, 3 catches, 38 yards with 1 touchdown. Real quick, some stats, team stats, 228 total yards from the Bears. The Packers, 414 yards. And time of possession, the Bears, 22 minutes. The Packers, 37.
Yep. Right there at the end, you did it again. The time of possession.
Yeah.
Green Bay ran the ball 38 times.
Yeah.
Play it, keep away. So a little bit of that game I did watch, I took away that Justin Fields, at some point, he's going to be that dude. If they get the man some receiver help, man.
I completely disagree with you.
He's going to be that dude, man. I think he will. Once they get him some receivers he can work with, he's going to be good, man.
Yeah, like I didn't watch this game. Had to attend to some other stuff, but Jerome, did you catch some of this game right here, bro?
Nah, I watched it. I love the Packers game plan. When you have 2 backs like that, this is how you're supposed to play. When you got a defense like that, this is how you're supposed to play. Aaron Jones is amazing. He's the most underrated back in the league, in my opinion. The cuts he was making, he was running hard. They used him on jet sweeps. They used him in every. They split him out wide. This dude he's a top. I'll say top 5 back in the league to me. And then I love watching the Packers Bears games because you get a different environment. With Lambeau, all the hatred they have towards the Bears. But I'm not seeing it with Justin Fields like you are. I just don't see it like. So they were down this whole game pretty much.
Yeah.
And only 11 attempts.
Yep.
11. So watching this game, they were down 17 points and they were rushing the ball. Like that's your main go-to. They didn't trust Fields to put the ball in the air. When he did, it wasn't accurate. No, he doesn't have weapons. That's true. But they got to play him like kind of like a wing T quarterback to me. Like it's a preschool version of the Jalen Hurts offense in a lot of respects. But it was an entertaining game. I love the way the Packers ran the ball.
Hey, so did Mooney get hurt in this game?
No, he was. I think he was locked down by Jari Alexander.
Because he have -4 yards.
He was. He was locked. He was pretty much on lockdown.
I thought Mooney was supposed to be the top dog.
He is.
Yeah.
It's nothing they could do.
I'm telling you. At some point, you're gonna have to do what the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson. You got to build that offense to suit him at some point. You know.
Yeah.
You know, if you see he's not the biggest passer and all that, that's gonna come.
Yeah.
But as for right now, you got to build the offense around him.
Yeah.
That's something that makes it easier for him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Moving on real quick. Tonight we have 2 games, man. 2 awesome games coming up tonight. DC, we have your Titans at Buffalo. So what do you expect from this matchup right here, man?
If we don't win that time possession, it's gonna be a blowout.
Mm-hmm.
Hand the ball, keep Josh Allen on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's gonna be hard
that's
already.
gonna be tough.
Yeah,
Just gonna be. We got to run the ball, run.
yeah,
And those, we beat them 2 years in a row, but this year they souped up, man. And it's gonna take a big game from Henry
yeah.
and no turnovers from Tannehill.
Yeah.
So if we hold control the ball a little bit, it won't be a blowout. But we get out there and we're trying to score with them. We start trying to throw the ball up and down the field. It's gonna be problems.
Yeah.
It's gonna be big problems.
What do you got for this game, DC?
I took the Bills.
You could take the
I
Bills.
took the Bills. Yeah.
Well, so what do you think about this game, Jerron?
Bills. It should be easy. Only question is Gabriel Davis playing? That might give y'all a little bit of a break.
I don't think he's not. Like, I wonder if he's game time decision.
I think he's a game time decision with his ankle.
I hope he doesn't play because I need Diggs to give me 40 points on fantasy. Yeah. All right. So we also have another game today. Vikings at the Eagles. This right here is going to be a very good game. Both teams come up with the impressive wins last week. Jerron, so what do you think about this one, man? The Eagles hosting the Vikings, man.
This is going to be a heavyweight fight. 2 good offenses, 2 good defenses. It's in Philly. Philly's barely favored in the game.
Yeah.
I will go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings. DC, what about you, my man?
Taking the Eagles.
Ooh, that's right. He did say
taking the
that.
Eagles, man.
Yeah, he did say
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
last
take the
week.
Eagles on this one. Once again, I think the run game gonna come into play again.
Okay.
With the Eagles, I think the Eagles will win this one.
You know what sucks about this, man? You have both games an hour apart.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to watch both of them, man, but I don't want to be going back and forth.
Yeah.
I hate that, man. But I'm gonna have my eyes more on the Titans and Bills game for 2 reasons. One, I need Diggs to give me 40 points, and I want to see Tennessee lose.
This is a low key. This is the Vikings Eagles is a possible NFC Championship preview.
Oh, you think so?
I definitely think that could happen.
Yeah.
As long as both of these teams stay healthy, they look like top 5 NFC teams.
Yeah, because there's no clear cut in the NFC.
No,
no clear cut.
no,
No clear cut.
it's all mishmashed together.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
I'm definitely going Vikings.
All right, guys. So let's move on to our next segment. We go pick the who we think was going to win the matchups for Week 3 in the NFL. So kicking off Thursday Night Football. This should be a good one. Steelers at the Browns. Thursday night division game. I always like to see those. On this one right here, man, I want to go for the Steelers, man. I'm gonna pick the Steelers on this one.
Steelers. Woo.
Man, give me the Browns, man.
Who you got?
I would say the Browns, but I just saw what they did with the Jets.
With Flacco.
Yeah, with Joe Fleck. I'm going to go Browns.
You go Browns too?
Yeah, I'm going to go Browns.
Man, I
Division
don't want
game at home.
I don't want the Browns to win, man. I want them picks that they owe to the Texans. I want them picks, man. Forget the Browns. All right. This one's going to be a good game right here, gentlemen. Hopefully I get to watch this game right here. The Bills at the Dolphins. This should be a good game right here, division game. Man, give me the Bills on this one. DC,
Give me the Dolphins, man.
you got the Dolphins?
Give me the Dolphins, man.
Yeah.
We'll strike while iron's hot. See what happens, man. Give me the Dolphins, man.
Nah. Bills defense ain't the Ravens defense. Give me the Bills.
Okay.
All right.
Bills by a lot, and they gonna turn over. They gonna make Tua look pedestrian again.
All right. So now we got the Bengals at the Jets. This one right here. You know what? Give me the Jets, man. I think the Bengals are, like we just talked about, they gave up so much, and I think the Jets have a better team around them right now. If your quarterback doesn't have time to throw the ball, your receivers are worthless. I don't know. Give me the Jets.
Man, give me the Bengals. If the Bengals lose this game, man, the Jets beat them last year. But if the Bengals lose this game, man, we got to start talking about the head
The
coach.
Bengals just lost to a backup quarterback in Dallas.
And I'm telling you, if they lose this game to the Jets, at some point, we're going to start talking about the head coach. Zach Taylor. Man, give me the Bengals. They can't lose to the Jets, man. They do that, it's going to be some problem.
All right.
Native's going to be restless.
Jerome, who you got, bro?
Give me the Jets. Let's go Jets.
Okay.
I always thought the Bengals were frauds. Now it's gonna show.
Yeah.
All right,
Give
so
me Jets.
now we got the Raiders at the Titans for this one right here. I don't know, they kind of evened out for me. Give me the home team. Give me the Titans on this one. You know, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, think about that.
I just thought about it. Give me the Raiders.
Give me the Titans.
Titans, of course you would.
I didn't pick them against the Bills.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the way the Raiders played this past week, man.
Give
with
me
the Cardinals.
I'm going Titans.
Titans?
Titans,
So
yeah.
2 Titans and 1 Raider. All right. We have a division game against this one. We got the Saints at the Panthers. I don't know, man. I think Kamara comes back on this one. Give me the Saints.
Yeah, give me the Saints.
Saints by a lot.
Yeah, Saints by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have the Ravens at New England. Give me the Ravens on this one, man. Ravens looking hot right now. It just unfortunately, Dolphins did what they did, man, with the impressive win. But give me the Ravens. Lamar Jackson continues on with his streak, man.
Give me Baltimore.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be closer than people think, but just give me Baltimore.
Yeah. Ravens. Patriots ain't got the speed that the Dolphins have. Ravens. Ravens pull this one out.
Yep. This one should be a good game right here. Divisional game. Lions at the Vikings. The Lions are coming off, man. They're putting up points, 30 points every game. But divisional game. Mm-hmm. Give me the Vikings on this one, man. Vikings looking mighty good right now. I picked them to win the division.
Yeah, give me the Vikings.
Yeah.
I'm favored by 7. That seems like a lot of points to me, but give me the Vikings.
Have you seen that home field advantage? That Colt that they're playing in front of? Yeah, give me the Colt. The Skull. You ever seen that? No.
The Vikings?
Yeah, the Vikings, like their stadium, they chant all game. So give me the Vikings.
I need to check that on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It's crazy.
Give me all right, so now we got the Eagles at the Commanders. Give me the Eagles on this one, easy.
I'll take the Eagles on that one.
Taking Commanders. Carson West revenge game. Yeah, give me Commanders. I hate their name, but give me the Commanders.
All right, moving on. We have the Chiefs at the Colts. Give me the Chiefs on this one. Easy money, man.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy.
All right, we have the Texans at the Bears. Give me the Bears, man.
Give me the Bears.
I'm going with the Texans.
Good luck with that.
I watched the Bears. The Texans play better than the Bears to me.
Okay.
Both games.
You know, like I don't want to hype myself up, man. If the Texans win this one, that'd be badass, man. But I just don't want to pick them anymore, man.
Yeah, I can't.
Lovey Smith Bowl, huh?
I know, yeah. Lovey gonna come and beat them boys up. Watch.
I like Lovey. You know, it just, you know, like Lovey. You know, Lovey's gonna go against his old team, the team that he took to the Super Bowl. You know, it just, but I just don't believe in Mills right now, man. Mills don't show me that he has the cojones to take the team to the next level, man. So that's why I picked the Bears.
There's nothing to be scared of with the Bears.
But it's Mills.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. You got the Jaguars at the Chargers. Depending if Herbert is healthy, I'm gonna take the Chargers on this one.
Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah,
Chargers?
I'll go Chargers. They
All
just
right.
got too much.
We have the Rams at the Cardinals.
Mm.
Both teams are 1-1. Division game, but I'm gonna take the Rams because they don't look that sloppy.
The Rams.
Same Rams.
This one should be a good game right here. Two old head Colt QBs, the Packers at the Buccaneers.
Remember, Mike Evans might be suspended this game.
Oh, that's right. Give me the Packers then. I'll take the Packers.
The Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm going Buccaneers just off the strength of their defense.
Yeah, the defense.
So you think he's gonna be suspended one game or two games?
He'll probably be suspended one big fine because he came off the bench.
He
He wasn't even on the field during
he
that.
ran to go push that dude. He went out of his way just to go push that man.
Absolutely.
All right, we have the Falcons at the Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks on this one, man. At home.
The Falcons finally get their first win, man. Give me the Falcons.
Yeah.
This is a gross game.
Yes, it is.
This is nasty. I go Seahawks at home.
Yeah. Okay. And now we're moving on to the Sunday night game. I think this one should be a good game. 49ers at the Broncos. Give me the 49ers on this one, man. With Jimmy G coming back under the helm.
Give me the Niners.
Yep. Same Niners.
And the line is even. They're going to beat them. I think they'll get them by a touchdown, man.
Monday Night Football, we have the Cowboys at the Giants. Give me the Cowboys on this one, man.
What?
Wait. Let me think about it. DC, go ahead. Take this one first, man.
I'll take the Giants. Give me the Giants, man.
Yeah, give me the Giants, too.
Cowboys.
There you go.
Defensive touchdown. Daniel Jones. Defensive touchdown. Saquon's held in check. Cooper Rush doesn't lose the game.
Yeah.
Similar to what they did against Cincinnati. Cowboys by 3.
All right. Hey, Steven, how much time we got left, man? 15? Y'all boys wanna jump into some top fantasy scores
Sure, let's do it.
real quick? All right, we got 15. Let me look this stuff up. I forgot how I did it last time.
I feel bad for the people who played Lamar Jackson. Oh, goodness.
I had Lamar Jackson.
Uh-huh.
I played Lamar Jackson.
Oh.
All right.
I played Tua in two leagues.
Yeah.
It was rough for me this week.
So your top quarterbacks on fantasy football that performed, I had Lamar Jackson in one of my leagues, 42 points.
Mm-hmm.
Behind that was the same opponent he was going against with Tua, 38 points. Carson Wentz, 27. Flacco, 26. And Goff, 26 as well. These are quarterbacks that are never, at least the top, below 3. It's very rare to see them being this high, you know.
It's a weird week.
Yeah, weird, very weird. Now we're moving on to running backs. Your top running backs: Nick Chubb with 32, Aaron Jones with 32,
Yeah.
Pollard with 19, Eckler 18, McCaffrey 16. Yeah, that's good right there. Any of y'all boys have any of these running backs? I had Eckler.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, Caffrey.
Yeah.
Got McCaffrey and Jones. And in one league I got both of them.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to wide receivers. Top wide receiver with 42 points, Hill.
Oh yeah.
Behind him, his own teammate, Waddle, 40. I had Waddle. St. Brown from the Detroit Lions with 39. I had him also. Cooper Kupp with 31.
It's every week.
And Wilson from the Jets, he had 30.
And in our league, I had Waddle and St. Brown. Both of them 40. Yeah.
So you won that matchup.
And ain't nobody still got Hurts and Cook tonight.
So you on track to get 150, 160. Gotta be.
And what league is that, DC?
Your league.
Should I just give him the $100 now?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, you are projected for 163.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So moving on to tight ends, your top tight ends. I mean, Andrews from Baltimore, 27. Behind him, Waller, 17. Ertz from the Cardinals, 15. Higbee from the Rams, 14. And Gostkowski from the Dolphins, 14. I had Gostkowski.
I'm going to ask you about that. You didn't play him this week?
I didn't play his.
Yeah.
Because I thought the tight end from Denver was gonna light it up. Yeah. Boy, I was wrong on that one, man. You know, F me for thinking that Russell Wilson was gonna throw the ball. Yeah. What about you, Jerron? You had any tight ends on the top?
I had Everett. Picked him up, played him. He gave me 13 points.
Hey, that's solid.
That's
solid for a tight end.
Yeah. I had in one league I had Higbee on the bench for him, but it was a 1 point difference, so it didn't hurt me too much. Went against Waller in a couple leagues, and that didn't go well. Yeah. So I think overall I should be 2-1. In your league, I'm just not catching no breaks. All my players score 15 points. They're just not breaking out into the 30. I'm going against cats getting 40 points.
Yeah.
You got Lamar Jackson and Tyreek on your team, and what can you do? So
man, it's just one of those weeks, man. All right, so moving on to the defense, man. If y'all want to take a top guess, man, which defense balled out this week with fantasy?
That's a good. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. Who scored defensive touchdown? Arizona scored.
Actually, Arizona's not even in the top.
Tampa Bay scored.
Tampa scored. Yeah,
Tampa Bay.
That's it. That's the one.
Tampa Bay with 25 points in defense.
25.
25.
That's what the Steelers did last week. The Steelers defense had 25.
25, and Jaguars had 18. Falcons, 16. 49ers, 13. The Rams, 11.
Jaguars. Colts must.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So those are your top performers from fantasy football, gentlemen.
Man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Overall, it's a wild week. Yeah. A lot of comebacks, a lot of weird plays, a lot of weird things happening. Entertaining. I can't wait to watch tonight, though.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Tonight's gonna be very entertaining, man. Like I said, I wish that one game will start at 3 and the other one starts at 7, so we could have time to watch them. Unfortunately, man, but both games are an hour and apart. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, you have some other guys, man. Has Wilson from the Jets.
Yeah.
Feel like he's coming along pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, the receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming along good.
Some guy with some breakout games this week.
Just imagine if he has a good quarterback that throws to him and not a backup.
Tell you, the Jets are going to be good.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to be good in that division, though, man. Already you got the Bills in Miami, man. Like, them dudes put up points, man. If Miami are what they look, if they are what they look so far in these 2 past weeks, man, Miami's going to be a threat, man.
I don't know if they are who they look like in these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I think they just caught the Ravens at the right time with the right amount of injuries. Because don't forget how far they was down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they were.
Hey, man, but like winning, I mean, scoring 28 points in 1 quarter, bro, that's very impressive. But you can't take that away neither, though, man.
But he's got the weapons to do it.
Yeah.
I picked the Dolphins to win that game, but I was scared at halftime. You
were like, fuck.
What?
You were like, F me.
Eventually, man, Hill came through. Yeah. And then Waddle, man.
Waddle, too,
That's
man.
amazing, man.
Yeah, man.
So it's going to be interesting this week with Buffalo and them.
Yeah. It was fun watching it's fun watching football this week.
Yeah, man. Like, it was fun. The first 2 games, I watched it. Very entertainment. Like I said, I was watching the Bucks and the Saints. Not to the third quarter, that game got very interesting. Yeah, it got to the point that even my wife was hollering and screaming. You know, so yeah, the wife liked the whole fight scene. Right
Oh
there.
yeah,
And I even told her, it's like, look, keep an eye on our watch. Like number 13 is gonna fight somebody. I was referring to Mike Evans, man. But yeah. She's like, damn, how you know? I was like, man, they hate each other for the past 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been nothing but hate between these two teams.
No doubt.
But on the field, it's Marshawn Lattimore has been winning
Yeah.
against Evans. Evans hasn't been doing nothing but fighting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was just like on the other side with Michael Thomas and Carlton Davis for over the few years they played each other.
Yeah.
Davis got the best of Michael Thomas a couple of times, but
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, Michael Thomas was the best receiver in the league just 2 years ago.
So you think Thomas is going up or you project him?
Michael Thomas?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going up.
Yeah.
He's going up. If James can just get the right color glasses on. and trust it. Trust Michael Thomas when you're throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Not to mean you throw it 30 yards over his head, but trust him when you're throwing the ball, man. He's going to get it. Like I say, just a couple of years ago, he was the best receiver in the league.
Yeah, he was.
Trust him.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's early, but anybody standing out MVP so far?
Fantasy?
Or just in general?
Oh, like we talking about?
Just MVP of the
Of course, you
league.
got Cooper
league.
Kupp on the list.
Cooper.
Kupp already on the list. What Lamar Jackson did yesterday, you got to put him on there.
Yeah. I put Lamar up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see what Josh Allen do.
Justin Jefferson, too.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
we'll
Josh
see
Allen.
what they do. But so far, Lamar, he looking like it to me.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really is. And I've got to think right now the Bengals are about the most disappointing team to me in the league. Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Them and the Raiders.
Absolutely.
And the Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah.
Those are disappointing teams right now.
Yeah. Like I thought the Raiders was going to win that game against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Just because the Raiders, they also, spend a lot of money to get Adams over there. Did they trade? Did they trade him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and did they
trade him and paid him.
Woo.
So
Yeah. But I think the Broncos are most upsetting right now just because same Cincinnati traded, gave up a lot, and paid him.
Yeah.
the crazy
They might
thing,
have the worst quarterback in the division now. They might have the worst. I'm not going to say he's that much better than Derek Carr.
oh, that's
I'm
tough.
telling you.
I saw Derek Carr play. I don't know.
We still like to think the Russell Wilson from 5 or 6 years ago. That guy's long gone. He out the building.
So some people say that that's not the Russell Wilson because the defense carried that team.
Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. And if he'd have just handed that thing to Marshawn Lynch, he'd have
With
2
a
Super Bowls. Just turn around and give it to him.
The crazy part is the Broncos ain't even using Javonte Williams the right way. That dude should be a workhorse, and they splitting carries, and then he ain't even getting goal line. They went in the goal line and threw 3 fades. So it's like, again, to me, Broncos is all coaching and offensive coordinator. So if they would just turn around, actually, the Broncos need to be doing what the Packers doing. It's a run first team.
That's right. But they feel like they gave him all that money. They got to get something back and let him throw the
justify
ball around.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, get your little 16 points.
Yeah. Get some folks fired, too. Matter of time.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Is there anything else y'all boys want to talk about? It's like open mic right now.
No, I think I'm all right.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
All right, guys. Well, if you haven't followed us yet on YouTube, please do like the video, subscribe to us. We're on Spotify as well. We're on Apple Podcasts. Please, like anywhere you get your podcast from, pretty much we'll be there. But yeah, YouTube now. Follow us, subscribe to us. That right there will help bring this podcast up, and hopefully we can do more things outside of this. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. DC, Jerome, appreciate y'all coming through.
Thank you, sir.
All right, on to the next one. See you guys.
Peace.